Football is often described as the beautiful game, a sport filled with flair, drama, and moments of pure genius. But what if I told you that one of the most impactful players in history didn't rely on flashy skills or jaw-dropping tricks? What if the secret to his greatness was simplicity itself? This is the story of how mastering the fundamentals can trump spectacle, and how one player's disciplined positioning and precise passing changed the trajectory of Spanish football forever. Marcos Senna was born in São Paulo in 1976. Senna spent the early years of his career in the lower divisions of Brazil, hoping for a break. He got it in 1999, a move to Corinthians that soon brought with it success. He was part of the side that won the League and FIFA Club World Cup, but his early years were a far cry from the security and longevity that would come later. Senna moved on to Juventude, then São Caetano. Then came the turning point. Senna's move from São Caetano to Villarreal in 2002 was unheralded, a €600,000 signing that hardly registered amongst the plethora of La Liga's more reputable arrivals. In hindsight, it was shrewd business. The modest fee would be repaid tenfold through a revolutionary approach to midfield play that would help transform both club and country. However, his time with the Yellow Submarine didn't start particularly well. 2 serious knee injuries stopped him from being a regular fixture in the team during his first 2 seasons. Manuel Pellegrini's appointment was vital for Senna. The Chilean introduced a possession-based game, and the newly invigorated midfield general thrived. Senna expertly shielded the defence, marshalling in front of the centre-backs, but not in the traditionally physical sense. Just 176 centimetres tall, he was not particularly imposing, although he had an air of assurance, a command of his area of the pitch that few dared to dispute. When the club acquired the Argentinian playmaker Riquelme from Barcelona, Senna became the piano carrier for one of the world's elite playmakers. The pair played in sync on the field and created the perfect balance for Villarreal. With Riquelme, Senna had the perfect partner. While Senna paroled the midfield, owning the middle third of the field, Riquelme could work his magic with the ball. Riquelme was a reluctant, and slow to be fair, player who could be maddening at times. He strolled and could look disinterested at times. But when he was on, he was virtually unplayable. He could tear the defences apart with passes and make defenders look a fool with his dribbling. Even on a bad day, if he had sight of goal from a free kick, he could curl and place his shot almost anywhere he wanted. With Senna behind him, he was afforded the freedom to be the magician. Senna was always happy to be his sidekick. Villarreal finished third in La Liga in 2005, and after defeating Everton in a qualifier, competed in the Champions League for the first time. Taking well to European football, they topped Group D, which included Benfica, Lille and Manchester United, before victories on the away goals rule over both Glasgow Rangers and Inter Milan set up a last-four clash with Arsenal. Senna's consistent performances in midfield were instrumental in this success. His tactical awareness and positional discipline enabled him to break up opposition attacks and quickly transition the ball to Villarreal's more attack-minded players. Senna's intelligence in maintaining his position ensured that Villarreal's midfield remained balanced. His presence minimized gaps, enabling the team to transition smoothly between defense and attack. Senna was a highly efficient passer, capable of quickly recycling possession and delivering accurate passes to initiate counterattacks. This skill was crucial in feeding Riquelme the ball in advanced positions, where he could create scoring opportunities for Forlan. Villarreal and Senna may have lost out against Arsenal, but it felt like the beginning of something. Senna's reputation had slowly grown alongside the clubs. In 2006, after his dominant displays in the middle for Villarreal, Manchester United came calling, but he turned down the offer of a move to Old Trafford. In 2006, Senna qualified for a Spanish passport. He had adopted a new nationality, taken to a country in which he was welcomed, and when Luis Aragonés called him up to the Spanish national team, he had little hesitation in accepting. When Marcos Senna entered the field during Spain's World Cup last 16 clash with France in 2006, his adopted nation were level and pushing to go in front. But in the 20 minutes that followed, the eventual finalists kicked things up a gear, dumping Spain out of the competition with goals from Patrick Vieira and Zinedine Zidane. This was an alien experience for Senna, taking his first steps into international football at the age of 29. After Germany, he lost his place to Albelda, but then won it back ahead of the 2008 European Championship. In the build-up to the tournament in Austria and Switzerland, Senna had been appointed captain at Villarreal and led his side to an astonishing second-place finish ahead of Barcelona. For Spain, Senna offered a perfect foil for all of its attacking talent. By effectively managing defensive duties, Senna freed up more creative players to focus on attacking play. His presence in midfield allowed them to operate higher up the pitch, where they could influence the game more directly without worrying about tracking back defensively. His excellent positional sense allowed him to anticipate opponents' movements and intercept balls effectively. This anticipation not only disrupted the opposition's attacks, but also facilitated quick transitions, allowing Spain to exploit spaces left by opponents who were caught out of position. Senna excelled at recycling possession, which is pivotal in maintaining control of the game. His ability to distribute the ball accurately allowed Spain to retain possession and dictate the tempo, a hallmark of their playing style during the tournament. As Senna has said, "I had to do the dirty work, but football has evolved so much that even the holding midfielders need to know how to carry the ball as well. If I wasn't capable of doing that, I probably wouldn't have played." He also provided the blueprint for his successor, essentially giving Sergio Busquets 7 90-minute tutorials on how to perform as the enabler of long-standing talents such as Iniesta, Silva, and Fabregas. Although he wasn't named player of the tournament, many observers noted that Senna could have easily been a contender for this accolade due to his consistent performances throughout the tournament. His ability to protect the defense while also contributing to offensive plays earned him a spot in UEFA's team of the tournament, marking a significant recognition of his talent on an international stage. Prior to Euro 2008, Senna was often overshadowed by more flamboyant players and was not widely recognized outside of Villarreal. However, his standout performances during the tournament brought him into the spotlight. Commentators and fans began to appreciate his unique skill set, which combined defensive prowess with exceptional passing ability. This shift in perception was reflected in how he was viewed by teammates and analysts alike, who acknowledged his importance to Spain's strategy. His achievements were many, though the possibility of winning the World Cup, a career-long aspiration, was cruelly taken away in 2010. Had he been selected to go to South Africa, a dream would have become reality. But at the age of 34, and with the emergence of Sergio Busquets at Barcelona, he was deemed an expendable remnant of the side that had succeeded so impressively 2 years earlier. During his final years at Villarreal, Marcos Senna continued to be a pivotal figure for the team. In 2012, Villarreal was relegated. Senna, despite being 35, chose to stay with the club to help them regain promotion to La Liga. His commitment was essential in achieving this goal, as Villarreal returned to the top flight next season. After helping Villarreal regain promotion, Senna left the club in June 2013 to join the New York Cosmos, where he retired 2 years later. Senna's role as a deep-lying midfielder often went unnoticed by casual observers, yet he was decisive to both Villarreal and Spain's success. His ability to control the tempo of the game, win back possession, and distribute the ball effectively was vital, even if it didn't always result in flashy goals or highlight reel moments. Senna's playing style was characterized by simplicity and objectivity. He preferred straightforward, simple football, which allowed him to excel in his position without needing to be flashy. This approach contradicts the notion that football must always be about spectacular moves or individual brilliance. As Marcos Senna said, "My style is simple and objective. I don't like when players try to do easy things in a complicated way." Senna faced numerous challenges, including injuries and being overlooked early in his career. However, he persevered and eventually earned recognition for his contributions. This resilience highlights that football is not just about natural talent, but also about dedication and perseverance. Modern players can learn invaluable lessons from Marcos Senna's approach to the game, which was built on simplicity, discipline, and selflessness. Senna's philosophy of doing the easy things well, rather than overcomplicating the game, shows that mastering the basics and executing them consistently can be just as impactful as flashy skills. His emphasis on work rate, positioning, and defensive discipline provided the foundation for his teams to thrive, allowing more creative players to shine while he did the dirty work of winning possession and controlling the midfield. This highlights the importance of teamwork and unselfishness in football, where individual brilliance is often supported by the less glamorous but crucial contributions of teammates. Senna's career is a testament to the idea that success isn't always about being in the spotlight. It's about understanding your role, excelling in it, and putting the team's needs above your own. In an era often dominated by highlight reels and individual accolades, Senna's approach serves as a reminder that greatness can be found in simplicity and consistency. Marcos Senna didn't need the spotlight to shine. His quiet brilliance, unwavering consistency, and mastery of the simple things made him the heartbeat of every team he graced, proving that sometimes the most unforgettable players are those who make the complex game of football look effortlessly easy.